Hey guys, so this video is about back pain, alright? So specifically lower back pain, specifically L4, L5 we're going to look at here. But we're going to cover the sort of various little exercises that we can use. Now, as discussed, if you haven't watched the theory video, don't do this, okay? Because the safety mechanisms are built in there. If you were in acute pain, that means it really hurts right now. This is not ideal for you, okay? You want to be, if this is more for if you've got chronic pain, if you've got long-term sort of underlying dull pain, then we're going to go through that and assess it. All right? So that's the first thing. Now, we look at how we load the spine. As soon as I lean here, I'm actually making these muscles work quite hard. And I'm actually loading the spine quite badly just by this sort of bent position here. Now, as soon as I go here, now it's in balance. All right? So we want to have a look at that then. The head is reasonably heavy, right? And if the head goes forward, then the muscles here have to compensate. So we want to go here, okay? And the discs, when the head goes forward, the discs are being pushed into each other on the sides, or on the front and back a little bit. So from here, what I want you to imagine is that there's a rope going through your body, through the skull, down to the tailbone, okay? Pull that rope. Alright, now automatically you're going to feel better. Like, okay, it's not going to solve all the world's problems, don't get me wrong. But if you think about it in terms of posture, this is, oh, everything is terrible. And this is here. That's okay, I'm ready to face the day. Okay? So first thing you're going to do, pull that rope. Alright? Now, we're going to do that on the inhale. And the shoulders are going to go down and back with the exhale. So the belly sticks out. The head is being lifted up, okay? And you imagine that you're supported from above. Now this is a much better posture in terms of my lower back. So what it's actually doing is it's resting my lower back simply by taking the load off it and sitting the load on the bones, not on the muscles, okay? The bones are designed to take load. So line them up and they'll hold it on an awful lot better. And if you can practice that, if you just spend a minute or two each day just practicing, just getting this part right, it's going to encourage you to have better posture. Okay? Next thing then. So what we're going to have a look at now is a series of exercises that we're going to do. So we're going to do the standing ones first, and we're going to look at how the spine moves. Now these exercises should be done in an exploratory way, right? You're going to use these to explore your ranges of motion. If you're in acute pain, don't do this. Watch the theory video, okay? So from here now, as I inhale, I'm going to drive my hips forwards. And as I exhale through my mouth, I'm going to let my head just sink and flop down to the front. Now it'll only go so far. Again, if you're in acute pain, if you're in intense pain, this is not going to be the best idea. Alright? You need rest more than you need this. So inhale. Hips forward, exhale, head down. And I'm doing a complete exhale, trying to breathe out as much as I possibly can. Now I'm going to add my arms to the equation. Inhale, exhale. Try and reach behind. Inhale, exhale. Okay? These exercises are part of my warm-up. Before any movement, I assess my body function, make sure everything's moving the way that it should. Next one then, so the spine can go forwards and back. So the spine can also go side to side. So all I'm going to do here is reach my hand down my leg. Now notice I'm staying in the plane on this one, I'm not leaning forwards. Okay? Reaching as far as I can down here, and as far as I can down here. Now I'm going to add the hand over the top, and I'm going to try and reach this hand this way. I'm going to try and reach this hand this way. Okay, and now for the added, and again, only go as far as is comfortable to you. For the added effect, all I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my palm over like so, as it goes across, so it goes thumb forward, palm up, and this one goes thumb back, palm out. So I'm screwing my hands over like that, and you'll feel that. It just gives that little extra stretch, not to the spine, but to the sides of the body, to the soft tissues. Okay? Lovely. Any stretch, what we're actually after is neuromuscular facilitation, letting the muscles letting the nerves know it's okay to stretch a bit further and letting the muscles relax a little bit more, okay? Last one then is these twists. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hand out, keep my eyes on my palm of my hand. I'm going to bring my hand as far as I can possibly go. Now I can't go any further than that, so I'm going to leave my hand there. I'm going to turn my head now as far as it can go, and now I'm turning my eyes as far as they can go. I come back up, and it's the other side now. So looking at the hand. Hand goes as far as it can go. Head goes as far as it can go. Eyes go as far as they can go. And that's going to twist this way, okay? So just please, 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 please be careful that you don't do any of these too far. Alright, so not overloading yourself is very important. It's not like if I stretch harder, I'm going to get there quicker. No, that's going to have the opposite effect. You stretch harder, you're going to injure yourself and put yourself back. So calm down, take it slow, take it easy. So that's the standing work on the lower back. Next then, we're going to sit down, spread my feet out, watch this side on, and from here I'm going to swim my hands forwards. Now what you could do, what I quite like doing, is just have a little marker for yourself. So you take a little, anything small that doesn't roll, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to push it as far as I can, and I'm going to push it again as far as I can, push it again as far as I can, push it again as far as I can, and I'm just stretching my lower back just a little bit further each time. So I might do this for 30-40 seconds. Just very gently swim forward and reach, okay? And it shouldn't be, again, it shouldn't be intensely painful. Any pain in a joint, stop the exercise that you're doing. Alright? Next then, from here, I'm going to grab onto this trouser leg. I'm going to bring the other hand over to that foot. Now I could just go this way, of course you can, yeah, but that's not what we're aiming for. We're looking to bend on the side and on the other side. Okay? Now you do these exercises as long as you're comfortable doing them. Now, when you do this forward swimming, seated swimming I should say, you'll find that the issue actually is that the calves and the hamstrings can be stopping us. So, the calves here and the calves here and the hamstrings here. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to keep this leg completely flat and completely straight. I'm going to put this foot beside it like so. Okay, so I'm here. Now, I'm going to reach my hand as far down this leg as I can. If I grab below my knee, that's fantastic. Shin great, ankle great, toes brilliant, whatever you can grab, okay? From here, I'm going to inhale. And as I exhale, I bring my toes to my nose and my chest to my knee. Okay? Now I'm going to inhale again. And as I exhale, I should be able to relax into a little bit more movement. So each time I do this, inhale, exhale, I should get a little bit more movement, but only if I'm relaxed. Now bear in mind that the goal here is not to fight your body. It's not like strength training where you want to push harder, 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 harder. It's not like that. What you're looking to do is to wait out the tension. One more. And I'm going to relax there. So all I'm looking to do is to wait out the tension. Okay? So that will give me a little bit more range of movement. I'll do that on both sides. Same thing on the other side. Okay, grab as far down the leg as you can. Inhale, and on the exhale you should just sink softly, gently. Think about it relaxing. It's not push, push, push. Okay? And then go back to your seated swims again. And you should have now released it a little bit more here and gotten a little bit more lower back movement there. Okay? So, next then, we're going to lay on our back for the next section. You can go back over there. I landed in the box, would you believe? Okay, from here now, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring my pelvis up. So I'm scooping my pelvis this way, and then I'm letting it flat down. And then I'm going to rotate it back the other way, raising my lower back. And from here. So it's the pelvis is scooping and rotating this way, and then it's coming the other way. Just loosening out the pelvis. From here now, I'm now going to do my hip rolls. So I'm just going to let my knees flop. Left side, right side, okay? Just let them flop. Keeping the Pelvis flat on the floor as much as we can. It's going to come up a tiny bit, but you want to try and keep it down as much as you can. Now I'm going to repeat that, except I'm going to come up onto my elbows, and I'm going to spread my feet slightly further apart. I'm just repeating the same exercise, letting the knees flop down. Okay, just soft and gentle. All of this stuff, guys, is soft and gentle. This is TLC training, all right? There's nothing heavy, nothing hard here. Okay, and then sitting all the way up, keep my hands on the floor, all the way over. And for those of you who are a bit more adventurous, want to get a little bit more into the hips, bring your hands in front of you and we'll do our little shin boxing exercise here. Okay, so that's going to, all of that, the point of all of that is to loosen out the hips and the lower back area, okay? Next one then, from here, we're going to look at our cat stretch. So the center of my back is going to be raised as much as it can be and then lowered as much as it can be. So when I raise, I'm here, and when I lower, I'm here. So it's raised and lowered, and raised and lowered. So please, 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 please take all of this stuff gently and easily. It's not, you've no points for going hard, okay? If you go harder on this stuff, you're just delaying the process. I know I keep repeating that, but just people don't seem to get it into their heads. Just take it easy. You'll get there faster. Trust me on this. So go, take your time. Okay? Cat stretch. The next one then from our cat stretch is, I call them pointers. The bird dog was the other name that I've heard for this. So very gently, reach right hand, left leg. Reach left hand, right leg. One. Okay? So, and then I'm going to do the exact opposite of that. From here, the dead bug. Point the hands straight up, point the knees straight up, left arm, right leg, right arm, left leg. Okay, last one then. Now, this is definitely a no-no if you're in any pain at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split the body in two. When the top half is moving, the bottom half is dead. When the bottom half is moving, the top half is dead. Okay, so all I want to do is I want to flop over and just get the spine to just, alright? So from here now, I'm going to start off with the bottom half. I'm going to lift up this leg, and notice my hands are straight up over my head now. I haven't got my hands to the side. I'm going to lift up this leg and I'm going to let it go to the side as far as it can, and my upper body's going to flop over. Now I'm going to reverse that movement. The leg comes up and over. Okay? And I'm, remember, dead from the waist up on this one. And then the other leg, up, flop, over, and then up, flop and over. Okay, I accidentally used a little bit of upper body on that one because I'm paying more attention to the video than I am to the exercise. Next then, same idea now, but this time I'm going to use this hand and I'm dead from the waist down, right? So from here I keep looking at my hand, make sure this arm is not here, you want it here where it's out of the way. I'm going to look at my hand, because my arm isn't enough weight to turn my body over. My head's going to follow. So my hand, my eyes, keep looking at the hand. Keep looking, keep looking, keep looking. Reach as far as it'll go. Boom, boom. And then same thing coming back. Okay, now, in that are all of the little stretches that I use to help me with my lower back issues and have prevented me from having any lower back issues. I balance that out with a strength training program. The strength training is absolutely inadvisable for anyone in an acute period of pain, right? So that means that when you've just got the injury, that is not the time to strength train. When the injury is flared up and you're in pain all the time, that is absolutely not the time to strength train. That's the time to rest and to very, very, very gently stretch. Even this video might be a little bit too much if the pain is on you right now. You might be better off just relaxing and just test how far can I go each way and just test each movement, okay? And if you are in an acute period, if it is hurting right now, just do the postural stuff and just very gently each day just move around. Even once an hour, just get up and just, Okay, what's going on with it? Just wiggle it around a little bit, very, very, very gently and slowly. Okay, and then, like I say, this combined with strength training, my problems are completely gone, finished, finito, and I've got a few other people who will say exactly the same thing. Maybe not for everyone, but for most of the ones that we've dealt with. All right, thanks guys.